Alright, thanks for joining today. It's not so windy right here. I had to move locations. But today we're going to talk about WooCommerce. You know, the importance of WooCommerce, it could almost double your prices. It's one thing to design a site, you do your mock-ups, you do your regular website layout, but added upon that is the ability to mix in credit card, PayPal payments. You have to coordinate with your client on establishing those accounts, and then also you have to input products. So you can come up with an amount you can do. I think I come up with about 10 products per hour, because you're going to find out it's going to take you 5 or 6 minutes to put a product in. So you can do 10 an hour. So you can come up with an hourly rate to give back to your client. Let's say that's $35 to $50 an hour. That gives you the option to hire somebody at $20 an hour to put in products, or you just do it yourself, and either way you're making a nice profit. On top of that, though, that's where you can increase the amount of money you charge a client, or increase the amount of money you make from a client, just based on, now you have a third edition. You've got your 1, your mock-up, 2, your page build, 3, your product input, and you still have to lay that out. There's plugins like Divi Layout Injector that will allow you to really enhance that experience for the shopping on a Divi site, not just have it the basic shop. But the basic shop is a nice layout anyway. So I'm back here in the office now, and we're going to fire up the Divi site that I'm currently working on, a WooCommerce setup, and we'll just go through, putting in one product, and every other product's going to be the same. Then there's just a few categorizing issues that you need to pay attention to, not issues, but just some category elements that you need to pay attention to when you're building the different pages. So if you want certain items to show up under, like you want all your items to show up under services, but then you've got beach gear, and then you've got bikes, and then you've got surfing. It's like if you want those 3 different things, that's what happens to be the products in this site I'm working on. But you're going to categorize them so that only those show up when you want them to, or all show up so you have multiple categories for each item. And I'll cover that as well. In an earlier video, I mentioned use an agency to help you get business. And that's exactly what this is. I am doing this site for an agency that needs Divi. They're converting all their sites to Divi sites, and I'm here to help them do that. And this is one of our first projects together where I'm helping them build a site in Divi. this site's in desperate need of an upgrade, an update, and then also for them to be able to easily maintain it. So that's what we're going to be doing here. And we'll go internet speed 720. I guess we'll go 4K then. All right, so microphone sounds good. Desktop 0. All right, so now what I've got here is the Beach Cabana services, and I'm adding products. I've already added products to their full service setup. This is their existing site, and then over here is where the new site's being built in Divi. And I'm currently putting in the items for the Hampton Beach stand service. So I'm going to go over here. I've already have WooCommerce installed. It's really easy to install WooCommerce. The trickiest part really is coordinating with your client and making sure that they have their PayPal account set up, and if they want to do Stripe, to have their Stripe account set up. And then you need to go in and grab certain information from Stripe, from PayPal, and plug them into your WooCommerce in order to get them to work. And it's some simple little pieces. The tricky part is when you're logging into PayPal or you're logging into Stripe, sometimes the client will have set up a secondary security message that will go to that client's phone. And so when you're sitting here trying to log into their account, you know, they give you the username and password, you're trying to log in, that secondary security clearance is getting sent to their phone. So you need to coordinate with them. There's going to be like a 6-digit passcode. You're going to need to coordinate with them to get that passcode and plug it in so you can finish your login and grab the little pieces that you need. And once you've got that, man, that's it. You're golden. You're ready to go. So we'll get to that. I haven't set up that part yet. We'll probably do that in another video. But in this case, I'm putting the products in, and then later I'm going to be adding a scheduling element in the checkout. So let's say you want a product and it's 1 week. Then after that, they want to let them know where you're staying at. Like they do it for residents, so you need to leave them your address, and then what are the dates they're going to be there? Because a lot of people are vacation homes, so they want to have beach chairs and umbrellas brought to in front of their place every day, put in there in the morning, taken down at night for 1 week. So they need a scheduling add-on, and we're going to add on that scheduling after I put in the products. So let's go ahead and put in a product right now. I'm going to click, here's the WooCommerce, here's the products, and here's the products I've already put in. And what we're going to do now, I got to see where I left off actually. So I'm going to open up that page. And here's the new site. Let me just bring this down to like a normal level. Start recording. Yeah, okay, great. Got it. Okay. Oh, it hasn't started yet. All right, so here we are, starting over on the screen side. This is the Beach Cabana services that I'm doing for the outside client, an agency that has them as their client. We're going to be converting a whole lot of these, starting with Beach Cabana services. And then here's the new design. So same home page, they just were in desperate need of an upgrade. 2 umbrellas and 6 beach chairs. That's the screen they wanted on the front. So look at the difference. If I go back, hello. All right, 2 umbrellas, 6 beach chairs. Here's their image they have. What I've done for them is this, and it just looks much more inviting. You got all the same information, the exact same information, but this allows them, this here on this page is a graphic, so they would have to have Photoshop, go into Photoshop, change this up, reload it in, where this, all they need to do is literally log into their account, click Enable Visual Builder, scroll over and change whatever information they want, and they're going to be extremely happy with that. That's the bonus to working with Divi. And then here's the different setup. So I've put in all the products for full service setup. What I'm working on now is the Hampton Inn beach stand service, and I think I've got most of the beach gear. It was just the 3 things. But we need to put in the rest of the umbrella packages in the Hampton Inn. And these are duplicates, so I've had to make different categories. See here, I click back over to full service setup, and they have all the same categories, but this is strictly for full service. This is going to be placed in different places than the Hampton Inn. So I have to make duplicates of each one, but then label these one for Hampton Inn, so they know that when that order comes in, it's for Hampton Inn, not to go somewhere else. And sometimes you can't rely just on the client to scroll and click on, on a choice of Hampton Inn versus just full service. So I'm making a separate category that's strictly Hampton Inn that goes into the Hampton Inn section, so there won't be any confusion with the client. And our client will be very happy with that. So let's go back, and we're gonna make one product, and then the rest are all going to be the same. So I'm only going to go into one with you. So let's go on to one umbrella and beach chairs. And if I click on Hampton Inn beach gear, wait till that page loads. We've done this one. We've done this one. 1 umbrella, 2 beach chairs. Here we've got 1 umbrella and 4 beach chairs. So we're going to go back and create a product for that. Take that off. So I'm going to find where I've done 1 umbrella and 4 beach chairs already, which is right here. And I'm going to click duplicate. Now, one of the things I've already done to prepare for these is, if you'll notice here, I'm going to go ahead and click add to cart. Well, okay, if you'll notice here on the 1 umbrella and 4 beach chairs, you've got length of rental. These are your different parameters that, in this case, we're calling them attributes and variations. So the attribute is length of rental. Now, within that attribute is going to be different variations. In this case, it's only the beach stand, but in other cases, I've had 1 week, 2 week, 3 week rentals. So in this case, we only have to worry about 1. But what I've done, and what you need to do, is create these attributes before they'll show up in the products. And that's under WooCommerce, under products, you go all the way down to attributes. And you can add a new attribute over here. I've added 3 attributes already. 1 is titled how many days, 1 is titled length of rental full service, and location. And once you input those I'm pointing, you can't see me pointing. Once you click on the new attribute, then you've got terms within the attribute. So I've got length of rental, then my terms are 1 week delivery, 2 week delivery, 3 week delivery, and daily beach stand. So I have those 4 possibilities as different variations to this attribute. Now you're probably wondering now, how does that help here? Because like, what if I want 1 week to be one price, 2 week to be another price? You actually add that in on the product level. So I'm going to show you that right now too. So now you know in attributes right here, I've gone in, I've made length of rental. Now I'm going to go back here to my copied, where am I? I'm going to go back over here to products. I didn't copy it yet actually. Clicking on products. It's going to pull up my list of products. The one I am adding now is 1 umbrella and 4 beach chairs. So I'm going to go, okay, here's my copy already. I clicked duplicate down below, and this is where it put it. It put up here in a draft. I'm going to go ahead and go in here and edit. And I'm going to take copy out, but I'm going to add HI for Hampton Inn, because this is now going to be a new product strictly for the Hampton Inn order. And this title will show up in the order that gets received. And here, once you create a new product, you need to categorize it. And to get it to show up under a certain listing, when you add the shop module in Divi, you're going to click categories. So the last category this previous 1 umbrella, 4 beach chairs was in was full service setup, beach gear, and delivery. I want it to show up in Hampton Inn Beach Stand and Beach Gear. So that's where I'm putting it. This information stays the same. Taxable information stays the same. Inventory stays the same. They haven't given me any kind of parameters there, so I'm just putting a stock quantity of 500 so they'll never really run out. The attributes to this one, you have to add the attribute. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this attribute, okay? I'm going to add, it gives you a list of what all your attributes were back in attributes underneath the products tab. It'll show you each one. You're going to scroll to the one you want. I want length of rental. I'm going to click add. So here we are. It's added that category. Then inside the value, you click in that and it shows you all the options you have. These are all the different variations within the attribute. So then I only need daily beach stand in this case. But if I wanted all of them, I could just select all. It'll add them all. Now, because I'm going to add prices to these variations, I'm clicking Used for Variations and then Save Attributes. So that's saved now. And if I had other attributes I wanted to add to this, I would, like a location, I would add that next. But for now, this is all I need, length of rental. Next, I'm going to go to Variations, the next one down, and I don't need any of these actually. So I'm going to remove each one. Remove. Sorry, it's going to take a second to remove these. Should have done that in the first place. Remove, okay. Remove. Should be a way to remove all, but I think it's a safety measure so that you don't accidentally remove all your variations. Sometimes if you've got a hat and it's got a bill and 5 different colors on the bill, and then with those 5 different colors on the bill, you've got 5 different colored hats, that would give you 25 different ways that an order could be made of that hat. This will allow you to do that with one click of the button. But if you don't want all the possibilities made, you're going to have to manually select which variations you want to add. It's really cool though if you do want to have all the variations. So in this case, I only have the beach stand, the one variation to the attribute. So I'm going to select Create Variations from All Attributes and hit Go. It's going to give me a warning saying there's maximum 50. So if I had 5 different color tones on a hat and I had 10 different styles of that hat all in the same hat product, that's where it would max out at. So I'm going to hit OK because that's fine. It's going to tell me that there's only one that it made, one variation added. I'm going to click OK. And then here's my daily beach stand. You click this little down arrow, and this is where you're going to add the picture of that beach stand, which I don't think I saved yet. So let's go up here. I'm going to click open this picture of the beach stand. Right click, save image. That's going to my desktop. It's going to appear right over here on the right when I get done adding this. So I'm going to go back here. So daily beach stand, each variation gets a picture because if I have different, this one doesn't happen to have different colors, but if I did have different colors, this is where you put them in. So when you drop down, select which variation you want, it'll show a thumbnail of that variation. You have to manually do that. There's nothing magical that's going to make that happen. Alright, so I got my 1 umbrella and 4 chairs. Putting that in now. Add variation. And then the price. So let's see what the price is for that. We've got 1 umbrella, 4 beach chairs, beach stand only, price is $60. So this is where I put the price in. You don't have to put the $sign. You just put in 60, and you need the decimal point and your two digits after that. I'm not dealing with anything else. I'm not dealing with any shipping in this case, but this is where you would put it in. If you had different variations and the different variations weighed different, which is going to affect the shipping outcome, this is where you want to put it in. Otherwise, you just keep the shipping class the same. In our case, we don't have any. They don't have any sale prices, but this is where you put the sale price in, and then you can schedule that, which is really cool. So if you're going to have holiday pricing, This is where you can schedule the whole thing and have that sale pricing come in. Then you can edit it anytime as well. So I've got my price in, got that. I'm going to close that and save it right here. And then this is no longer full service. I'm going to get rid of these full service product tags. This is where you want to add the product tag as well. And then I already have the product image here as well. This is where you put it in, just like you do any blog post. And then I'm going to publish this. And because I categorized it properly to Hampton Inn and Beach Stand, let's go back over here to my Hampton Inn page. I'm going to refresh. And there it is. There's your brand new added service. And if you click on that service, you'll see how cool it lays out. This is what I worked on. This that you see on the right is the widgets that are available for the sidebar. So I've added the shopping cart. There's nothing in it, but when I do put something in it, it'll show up right here below. I've got some of the products that you'll see, recently viewed products. I've got added you may also like, related products. You can take these out, but I just have these in so the client can see, oh yeah, okay, I like that, but then again, okay, maybe I don't. So leave that option to them. I'm leaving it in. That's it. That's how cool we've got. And then this, you cannot add the product until you select, you understand this daily beach stand. Then I want 2 sets of those, 1 set, add to cart, you're done. So there you have it. Adding a product into WooCommerce. You can do this all day long for so many clients, and you just added an extra $65 an hour onto your process. And then you have to estimate how many hours you're going to do. I mentioned earlier, allow yourself about 5 to 6 minutes per product. That's what we did here. And then so 10 products an hour. So you can do six products. So if you have 100 products, price it out accordingly. It would take you 10 hours, $650. Add that with your mock-up, your web design, your web build, and you just added close, $650 to $1,000 to a project. Now, it takes 5 to 6 minutes to do a product like this. If you're doing a product like I was mentioning about like hats, where the bill, I've got a hat here, where the bill, I'm going to show you here in this one. I've got a hat here where the bill is one color, the logo stays the same, maybe the hats are different colors, and you got 10 different variations with 5 different color sets, and you have 50 different total possibilities with pictures. Now you might need to say, hey, it's going to take me 10 minutes per product and charge accordingly. That's what I got for you today. So there you have it, 32nd Thursday. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like these, please click the subscribe and hit that little bell so you can get notified whenever I have another upload. Alright, thanks for watching.